Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Centaurworld Season 2, Episode 4. So, with this episode, we will be about halfway through the season, sort of, because there's 8 episodes, but the last episode is like movie length, pretty much, at least a short movie. Someone in the comments compared it to the Tinkerbell movies, I guess. So technically not halfway through the series if you want to count it by runtime, but if you're just counting it by episode count, yeah, this will be the halfway point. Last episode, we got Glendale. And that's what matters there. Because Glendale is the true MVP. She turned the Ice Stars back to the side of Centaurworld rather than the side of the Nowhere King. Just by being a fucking weirdo, basically. She became a TED Talk speaker for a bit there, and started showing that she's actually surprisingly a lot smarter than people would think. And kind of manipulated these Ice Stars into following her, and now kind of almost semi-worshipping her, but it's like, who wouldn't? Let's be honest. Glendale's worthy. She's pretty great. We love our Glendale. But we also got to see some fun shenanigans with her in there, and we also even checked in with the other world. We got to see Water Baby. We got to see Ryder, and we saw that things are still going out of control, but at least Ryder knows about it now. And best of all, we did get to see Becky Apples just kick the shit out of Comfortable Doug. And that's always a good thing, seeing Comfortable Doug get his comeuppance for being a fucking weirdo. I know I may be in the minority there. I understand that a lot of people, for some fucking reason, like Comfortable Doug. He is so fucking gross and unsettling and unlikable to me, though. It's like he's not hateable or anything, but he's just not likable. And I can't stand him. He's so fucking gross and uncomfortable, and I don't like him. I don't understand why anybody would. Like, he's so gross. I can't deal with that. No. Good job, Becky Apples. Keep kicking. Kick the shit out of him. Ugh. Anywho. So, I guess now we just continue on. I mean, we still got to continue recruiting, get as many as we can, and hope for the best. So, we'll see what goes down. Not much else to say. Let's get into this. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because as it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. I don't care if I get dislikes on this video because of it, but fuck Comfortable Doug. Like, oh my god, like, how do people like him? I don't understand. He is the worst. He's gross, he's uncomfortable as fuck, and he's ruining so much. Oh my god. He sucks so bad. Now he's made Horse just have this absolute crisis. And it's just, how do people like him? I don't understand. Oh my god, I don't get it. I so Okay. So, that was the twist I wasn't seeing. I didn't see coming. There is another Gyarnuktar that looks just like Glendale with a cheesy disguise on, and it's like, okay, sure, why not? That's a total Centaurworld style joke. That's like fully fitting with this series, but it's like, what? I okay, sure. Let's go with that. And Horse and them are trying to get the Moltars and eventually the Earthworm Tars, the Badger Tars, the Gopher Tars, Prairie Dog Tars, all of them to work with them in their efforts against the Nowhere King, because apparently all of these types of centaurs, all the underground centaurs, have the ability to dig through space and time. So Comfortable Doug didn't take the portal to the other world, but instead he could just dig through space and time and reach other worlds that way. That raises a lot of questions, but alright, let's go with that. So they're planning on running a sneak attack this way, but because Comfortable Doug fucks everything up because he's Comfortable Doug, and right before Horse is about to plead her case, he tells her about Becky Apples. She doesn't do well at explaining everything and kind of goes off on some tangents there. So that was a thing. But then there was Stabby and Durpleton. And this was probably the most unexpected part of this episode, except maybe, you know, the Glendale reveal. So Stabby feels that something is wrong and runs away. Durpleton's trying to find him, chase him through these halls, when we see in the shadows Stabby transforms in the same way that Horse had when Horse became acclimated to this world and started accepting herself. So I assume it's kind of the same general deal here. Stabby started accepting himself as part of this world and started, like, accepting the situation he was in with Durpleton. And we see him now in this smaller, more rounded, cutesy form. And he and Durpleton share a song, and Durpleton realizes his mistakes in not listening to his son. And Stabby acknowledges Durpleton as his father, like truly acknowledges it, and accepts it. Which is why he became the way he is, and now he's fully in. Unlike before, where there were signs of him still resisting, in this we see that he is 100% on board with Durpleton as his father. He's fully set for it. And I think that's just really interesting. I just was not expecting that here. And okay, He still has the knife in him, though. Can you still take that out now that he's transformed? I have to assume so, but it's like, I don't know. But now Wamawink has stolen Horse's thunder by creating this plan for a hootenanny, which does seem to have worked. But I don't. That's not why Horse was upset and everything. She's just upset about Becky Apples. And we had the song about like that with Wamawink also rambling about Jeffica and everything, and it's kind of the same general deal with that. So yeah, there was a lot that went down this episode. But the moral of the story is still fuck Comfortable Doug, because Comfortable Doug fucking sucks. He is just so terrible and unlikable and just, he ruins everything. Also, one of Horse's questions about Becky Apples was, is she hot? And it's like, Horse, what is your relationship with Ryder again? Because that raises questions. It genuinely does. If that's one of your questions about Becky Apples, if that's one of the things you're worried about, I'm just saying. If that's one of the things she's worried about, it's like, are you with Ryder in that way? And if so, weird. I mean, it's kind of implied that Horse had cognitive thought and everything back in the regular world, maybe, but it's, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just really thrown off by that being one of her questions. And it's obvious, like, they made the parallel. There's a legitimate parallel made in this episode between Horse's feelings of betrayal with Ryder and Becky Apples and Wamawink's feelings about Merman Fish Guy, or whatever the fuck his name was, and Jeffica. There is direct correlation made. I don't know how to handle this. I genuinely don't. Of course, I could say that about this show in general half the time, to be fair. So, alright. This was a thing that occurred. A lot happened, and I don't know how to talk about it. So we're just going to move on. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of this episode of Centaurworld Season 2. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.